Hello, I'm Chef Instructor Tracy Green and welcome to the annual WANIC Open House. This year, because of COVID-19, I'm going to be right in my classroom. So welcome to Newport High School in Bellevue. My class is a full year, 3-period WANIC class, meaning that we draw from 7 different districts. Class starts at 7 a.m. and ends at 9:50. It's eligible for 10 college credits if you get an A or B in the class. As you can see, it's a full commercial kitchen, so it's a great way to learn about the industry. We are aligned with industry partners and also with local cooking schools so that they oversee our curriculum to make sure that it is timely and stays updated, and that if you were to go into culinary school, that you would have that leg up. My goal is for you to be the smartest kid in culinary school if you go on to culinary school. With that said, not everyone that takes the class does go on to culinary school, but they do gain the skills to be a great cook for the rest of their life. Cooking is a life skill, and it's something that less and less people have that knowledge about cooking. And so by taking the class, you're going to build that life skill, and you're also going to be working on the soft skills of communication, flexibility, creativity, problem solving, and active listening. The second year class, which is Advanced Culinary Arts, they do all the same things that the first year students do, but the second year their focus is more on the management and learning how to be a boss. And so that also is a valuable life skill, even if you do not go into the industry. But like I said earlier, the class is focused on the industry. And part of that is because we have this amazing kitchen. So what I'd like to do now is show you a little bit of our kitchen. First thing, we have 4 gas burners, a gas flat top, a deep fryer, a steamer combi oven, a full-size sheet pan oven. Over here we have a pizza rail, we have a salamander, and here we have a demo station and wells for warming, having a water bath in, so if we were doing any type of catering job that we could keep food warm. Hand washing sinks, and these are industry hand washing sinks that when you come up to them, they turn on. So if you've got something on your hands, you don't need to touch anything. Sometimes you will hear handles on sinks referred to as the dirtiest inch in the house, because think of having things on your hands. So this is a great way to come up, wash your hands, and make sure that we're working in a safe and sanitary environment. Part of our class is learning the safety and sanitation of working in a commercial kitchen. We have a baking area here. This baking area has bins full of flour, sugar, and brown sugar, powdered sugar. On a good baking week, we'll go through 50 pounds of flour in a week. Got pans that you would see in the industry. Got a baking area here that has just about everything that you would need to bake. And baking is a big part of our class because baking is an exact science. And so in the beginning, we do a fair amount of baking just so we can start to make sure that you're understanding measurement and ounces, gallons, pounds, all those things that make that come with professional cooking, is knowing that information, not having to reference it, having it in your head. Down here we've got all sorts of KitchenAids, blenders, ice cream makers, Cuisinarts, all things that are used in commercial kitchens. We also have a full-size KitchenAid for when we're doing catering jobs. We tend to do a fair amount of catering jobs. Because of COVID, we haven't done any for the last year. But going forward, catering is always a big part of our class. It allows us to not only make some money that funds our club that we use. Our club, the Newport Knives, is used for learning how to compete, for practicing to compete, and then ultimately going on to compete. So the catering jobs we do, the funds from them are used to support our culinary team, and we have been the state champions in the past. So down here also you'll see 4 convection ovens, 8 more gas burners. We've got holding boxes and all the equipment that you would use during a catering job to keep food warm. You have cubbies, and just like my jacket that you see me wearing, you would have a jacket with your name on it, because we do wear chef whites because we're trying trying to not only maintain a professional atmosphere in our room, but because they're part of our overall safety. Got a walk-in refrigerator here, and then down here is soft-serve machine. You know, you can't be without a soft-serve machine. And then finally, probably my favorite part of the classroom, and that is a dish machine. A dish machine makes our work so much easier. They're industry standards, and so the machine that we have washes, rinses, and sanitizes a load of dishes in 60 seconds, which helps with our cleanup, but it also makes sure that the dishes and the equipment we're using is safe and sanitary. Thanks for joining me.